Hey everyone, Connie here, and welcome to my blind reaction to Carole Tuesday, episode 22. So, last time, Angela officially joined the Desperately Needs a Hug Club. Yeah, Angela's kind of taking a very, very heavy downward spiral, and I really legitimately feel bad for her. Like, Angela, we followed her character since the beginning of this show, and while she's never been as lovable as like Carole and Tuesday, she's been a character who you do root for, you do care about, you do want to see succeed. Because even though she definitely has a bit of an egotistical side to her, even though she is definitely very high strung and conceited in regards to her ability in music and everything, she also shows a lot of insecurity in the way she acts, especially in regards to Carole and Tuesday. Um, Plus, there's her relationship with her mother Dahlia, who is shown to be a bit controlling and everything. So you automatically feel for her in that regard. And then with the last episode, with Dahlia having her heart attack and being in the hospital and stuff, and Angela finding out that Dahlia is not even her real mom, it's just like it's taking a massive toll on her to the point where she's like going into a downward spiral of anxiety and depression. She's popping pills like it's nothing. And honestly, I would put her on suicide watch. She is that far gone at the moment. And I'm scared for her as a character. I am. And the thing that I think makes it so much more apparent, so much more noticeable, and makes her downward spiral so much more effective is the fact that Carole and Tuesday are facing the opposite. Carole and Tuesday are, as I noted last episode, on their way up. Everything's going right for them. They finished their album, figured out their final song with Toby, who's super supportive of it. He actually thinks it's like the best shit out there. They're going to perform at the Grammys, which they're nominated for Best New Artist. They're going to be performing with basically Space Beyonce, which is a big fucking deal. She's the biggest pop star on Mars right now. Everything's going right for them. They had a bumpy road, but everything's going right. While Angela had a smooth road and now everything's going wrong. They're polar opposites. And I think that's important because it helps both of their sides stand out that much more. Like, you feel so much relief and like excitement for everything that's going right in Carole and Tuesday's lives because of what's going wrong in Angela's. But you also feel the pain and heaviness of what's going wrong in Angela's life because of the positivity in Carole and Tuesday's. They balance each other out in such an important and beautiful way. And it's honestly why this series has become my favorite anime of all time. Things like that, that just phenomenal attention to detail, that phenomenal writing, the direction, thanks to Shinichiro Watanabe, the just excellent storytelling and animation and everything that Studio Bones and everyone else working on this series has put forth, the voice acting that sells every scene and emotion. All of it means so much. And now we're at that point where there's only 2 episodes left after this episode. After 22, there's only 2 more episodes left, episodes 23 and 24, and then the series is done. At least unless they get a second season, which is possible, but I'm thinking probably unlikely. But yeah, there's only 2 more episodes left after today, so this is a very critical point in the series. This is the climax of this show. And where this goes in these final 3 episodes, today's and the next 2, is going to truly define how great of a series this is. It's already a great series. It's a phenomenal series. But its true quality is going to be defined in its ending here. And don't get me wrong, I still stand by the idea that an ending doesn't determine whether a series is good or bad. And that goes with what I said. This series is already great. And the ending's not going to change that. It's just going to determine how great. It will affect things, but it won't make this already great series bad, even if this ending is absolutely shit. This ending could be some of the worst shit you've ever seen. Just absolute terrible shit. But it would still be a great series overall. I mean, a great example of this, Steven Universe. The second half of season 5 was absolutely atrocious. It was absolutely terrible. And yet the series as a whole is still great. Hell, it's fantastic. Steven Universe as a whole is a fantastic series. Just because the second half of the most recent season didn't do as well as it could have, just because it made a lot of mistakes, just because it was honestly terrible, doesn't mean the entire series is terrible. It just means that that portion of it was terrible, and that my current interest in it isn't as high as I would want it to be. But that doesn't mean I don't like the series at all anymore. And that would be the same for Carole and Tuesday. The ending isn't going to define the entire series. It's just going to determine like the final overall quality. It's just going to determine how good it is. Because it's already it's gonna stay phenomenal no matter what. It's gonna be phenomenal no matter what. And I have a lot of faith that it will be that amazing of an ending. But again, I don't know exactly where it's going to go, what they're going to do. And it could be just phenomenal, or it could be breathtakingly phenomenal. We're just going to kind of have to see. But yeah, it's just like, I'm really excited with what they've set up here. And I really hope that Angela makes it through this. Because if they actually, like, do something to kill off Angela or something, like if Angela's actually killed off or just straight up commits suicide or something throughout all of this, that would be one of the most shocking moments in all of anime for me. And it wouldn't necessarily be bad. I'm not saying it would be bad. I hope it doesn't happen because I don't want it to happen. But it wouldn't be a bad choice. It'd just be like extremely shocking to do. And then there's the one thing that these final 3 episodes need to reach, and that is the miracle 7 minutes. This grand moment that has been built up this entire series so far. This moment that's going to change the music scene forever. What is it going to be? I have no clue still. I have some guesses maybe. I have a couple of possibilities and thoughts, but I have nothing concrete. I have no, like, legitimate idea. Everything I can think of is just, like, basically just random thoughts about it, about what it could be based on what we've had, and fears about what it could be based on what we have. But yeah. I'm excited for this to end. I'm sad for it to end because, again, favorite anime of all time. And I'm anxious about how it's going to end. We'll find out, though. So let's just get into this, not waste any more time. When the screen fades to black, pause this redirect and go to the description below. Follow the link to the reaction, and after you watch it, come back here to the redirect and resume play. Because after it fades to black and then fades back in, everything from that point forward will be my afterthoughts and will contain spoilers to the episode. So that being said, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you at the reaction. And we are back, and we'll begin with spoilers in 3, 2, 1, now. Not okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not saying anything. I, I've mentioned it many times on this channel, but in 2013, I went through a very, very tough depression that I almost didn't come out of. I attempted suicide multiple times over the course of that year. Like, actually tried to kill myself. In all kinds of ways. And seeing Angela go through this is heartbreaking. Because not only does it just remind me of my own past, of my own depression, but I genuinely feel for her character. I genuinely care about her character. Seeing her breaking down, losing sleep, taking way too many pills, having to witness her mother's death right there in front of her, and then the collapse on stage. That ending, the ending credits with the first person view of Angela being cared, being tried to be cared for by the doctors and all. There's 2 more episodes. I have a guess as to what the 7-minute miracle could be, and I don't want to be right. I'm not even going to say anything because I don't want to jinx anything. I don't want to be right because Angela fucking dies. I know I said it in the pre-thoughts, but I wasn't expecting. I wasn't expecting the downturns that happened in this episode. I wasn't expecting Dahlia's death. I wasn't expecting her to pass out during the performance. Like, that all made it just that much worse. And if she dies without someone just being there for her. And yes, Carol Tuesday's song with Crystal was beautiful. It was great. I'm not in. I'm not. I can't focus on that right now. Because like I said in the pre-thoughts, seeing Carole Tuesday's successes, even though they didn't win the Grammy, which is this, it's just like with the Mars Brightest. It's fine, it works that they actually didn't win. But their successes nonetheless just continue. Just continue to fuel and showcase how horrifying this is for on Angela's perspective, on Angela's side. Don't want her to die. Not like this. I can't do this. This episode was fantastically made, by the way. I'm not saying it was a bad episode, anything but. It was just breathtakingly phenomenal. But I just I can't. I have to go. I'm Connie. I'll see you next time.
Hey everyone, Connie here, and thank you so much for tuning into today's video. If you want to check out any of my social media links and more, please check them out over to the side. And if you have any comments, questions, concerns, please leave those down below. In the meantime, though, thank you so much once again for tuning in. For now, I'm Connie, and I'm signing off. See you all next time.